back to both teams. Next team.
And a very warm welcome here in Durban at the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre as we about to bring you the second women's semi-final here at the 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship Qualifiers. And we have the ladies of Kenya with a mammoth task up against the champions of Africa, Algeria. The Kenyan ladies have struggled in this tournament and are in the semi-final purely on the basis that there were only 4 teams in this competition, as the withdrawal of the Nigerians and the Ghanaians from the tournament has meant that the women's competition was reduced slightly. Algeria have been dominant in both the men's and women's competition. Algeria will meet the winner of this game will meet the South African Cecil Amawila girls in the final, who saw off Zimbabwe in the first semi-final this morning. And for those of you that may have missed it, the first men's semi-final had just completed, and Morocco destroying Egypt to book themselves a place in tomorrow's final in the men's pool. Immediately after this game, we will have the second men's semi-final, and that will see the Algerian men, who are undefeated and reigning champions of Africa, and they will play the host nation, South Africa, in the second semi-final at 5 o'clock this afternoon. We'd like to say once again a big thank you to our major sponsor, Sasol, for their continued support of wheelchair basketball in South Africa, and they have been partners with Wheelchair Basketball South Africa since 2007, and they are the ones that have made this broadcast possible. And a big shout out to the production team of TV, Sports and News Productions for bringing you this incredible coverage of this tournament, and truly an opportunity for us to showcase to the rest of the world what Africa has to offer. So just about to get underway here in this first semi-final, and the Kenyans will enter the court now, and we are just about set. And the Algerian side will get us started, and they were the African champions in 2015 at the tournament there, and qualified to represent the African continent at the 2016 Rio Paralympics in both the men and women. And the rest of the countries at the moment are struggling to keep up with the Algerians. So Algeria immediately on the attack, and the ball ricochets off one of the Kenyans, and Algeria will have the inbound ball with the very influential Jamila Kemgani, but they're unable to convert, and Kenya will spend the majority of this game, one would think, hemmed into their own half, but Algeria taking a bit of time to make one count, and eventually the number 14 for the Algerians is Samia Abdelali. Good work again by Jamila Kemgani. Throws it into the key where Narain Bublal will try and get the shot up, but is fouled in the process by Kenya's number 5, Eunice Otieno. Vablul misses the first one. The last African Championships was hosted by the Algerians in Algeria in 2015, and they dominated as the home country, and the South Africans weren't able to beat the Algerian ladies in that final, so they will look to exact some revenge on their North African rivals. And in the meantime, Kenya will try and get it out their half, but unfortunately the 8-second violation called there by Mozambican referee Charles Foster. Kimgani now plays it in to Abdelali. Shot goes up, unsuccessful there by the Algerians, and Yamina Gul will find Bubla. Yamina Gul unable to convert, and the Kenyan captain Caroline Wanjira throws the possession away, and Algeria straight back in it. And this promises to be a very long afternoon here for the Kenyan ladies now. Algeria converts, and their star player Jamila Kemgani will look to destroy the Kenyans, and in the meantime Caroline Wanjira plays in. The number 8 for Kenya there is Rahel Alar, but turnover, and Algeria will mount another attack. Number 14 for Algeria, Abdelali converts, and Algeria 6, Kenya 0. Once again, welcome to all our viewers around the world tuning in for this match, and especially our friends in Algeria and Kenya, as Noreen Boublal extends the Algerian lead out to 8 points, and just under 7 minutes to play in this first quarter. Algeria will let the Kenyan ladies come across the half court, and unfortunately once again Kenya unable to hold on to possession. Abdelali for Morocco. She drives all the way through, but her shot doesn't fall, but the big tall Boublal will convert for the Algerians. So of course Algeria will be looking to try and make it a clean sweep here at this tournament in both their men's and women's, but of course the Sasol Amawila boys from South Africa will do their best to prevent that from happening, and will try and secure a spot in tomorrow's final against the very impressive Moroccan outfit. Of course South Africa's women are already in the final, and the South African Sasol Amawila boys will be looking to join their women's counterparts in their final. Timeout called by the Algerians, and 5 minutes 43 left to play. Algeria out to a 10-point lead. The South African assistant coach Ralph Reynolds. It has been a long week here at this tournament in Durban, and I know a certain commentator commentating on this game has had some long hours to put in, but the excitement the excitement of this week has clearly got to Ralph Reynolds there of South Africa. Of course, has nothing to do with the quality of the basketball here on court, and a great effort there by Jamila Kemgani, and she hits the 3-point there. Caroline Wanjiwa. Kenya now trying to get themselves on the board. Number 8 for Kenya is Rahel. She finds Caroline Wanjiwa, and the Kenyans are called for the 3-second violation. For those of you not familiar with the game, a team is not allowed to be in the rectangle that you'll see on either side of the courts for longer than 3 seconds before, and in the meantime, the Algerians with Jamila Kemgani. She finds Bublal. Bublal puts up the shot, but she is fouled by Rahel Allah. And she will now go to the line for 2 free throws. Bublal. Algeria 14, Kenya 0, and we've got 4 minutes 47 left in this, the first quarter of the second women's semi-final. And Bublal, second attempt doesn't fall, but she will pick up a rebound, but it slips out of her hands, and Kemgani now will play it back to her, and the ball bounces kindly there to Yamina Gul. She puts it up, but Bublal's on hand to pick up the rebound. Unable to convert, and Rahel Allah will pass it across to the Kenyan number 9, Nganga, and she throws away the possession, and Yamina Gul will find Abdullali to Bublal, and Bublal takes the lead up to 16 points, and we have 4 minutes left of this first quarter here at the Tongaat Sports Centre in Durban on the east coast of South Africa. Allah finds Caroline Wanjiwa for the Kenyans. She tries to find her number 5, Eunice Otieno, but Kenya really struggling to get a shot up, and they will lose possession as the shot clock violation. Substitution made by the Kenyans, and number 15, Sylvia Olera, will come onto the court as Yamina Gul will take it up for Algeria. Passes it off to Kemgani. She puts up another shot, doesn't drop. Rebound falls to the Kenyan number 8, Rahel Allah, and bounces off Eunice Otieno's chair, and Algeria will put up the shot. Doesn't fall, but Kemgani there working to get it back. Caroline Wanjiwa turns the ball over, but bounces off the Algerian chair, and once again the Kenyan ladies unable to get it out. Algeria 18, Kenya 0, and 2 minutes 50 left to play here in this first quarter. Caroline Wanjiwa now for Kenya. Passes it out to Eunice Otieno, and she hands it back to Sylvia Olera, and she manages to get over the halfway line, but the ball bobbles away from her, and Jamila Kemgani will play in Sahima Abdullali, and she converts. 20-point lead here for the Algerians, and Kenya will struggle now to work their way up the court and try and open their account in this particular game. In the pool stage matches earlier this week, the Kenyans were unable to register any points against the Algerian side, so they'll be desperate to try and make something happen, as Kenya now will make the substitution, and on comes the number 9 for Kenya, and that's Teresa Nganga. Jamila Kengani passes it to Kengani, so Kengani back again, and Bublao will convert. 22 to Algeria, 0 to Kenya. Welcome to all our friends tuning in here from around the world, and especially to our friends in Algeria and in Kenya, as your two countries lock horns, and we hope that you've been enjoying our live coverage of the 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship qualification games, and a reminder that the champion team of Africa in both the men and the women will represent the continent at next year's 2018 IWBF World Championship for men and women. Bublao further extends the Algerian lead as we wind down here in the first quarter. Algeria leads 24-0, and we are down to the last 45 seconds here, and Jamina Gul puts up a shot, picks her own rebound up, passes it back towards the number 11 Dabia Semati, but the pass is wayward, and Kenya will have an opportunity to try and get some points on the board, but Algeria defending deep and making it difficult for the Kenyan ladies. Caroline Wanjiwa looking to find one of her teammates in a position to get out of the court, but once again unable to do so, and the 8-second violation is called. A big welcome to Zeno Haji Said watching us here from Algeria. We hope you're enjoying this match, as well as Fatah Yuwao, and apologies if I've got your names horribly wrong, but thank you for your comments, and we do hope that you are enjoying this game. And my name is Jerry Smith. I'm your commentator for this game, and we hope that I've been doing the game justice. And with me in the commentary box, I have the American Jeff Lewis, who's doing the game calling here at the stadium, and Jeff will give us a wave. Give us a wave, Jeff. There we go, Jeff waving, and folks in the USA, Jeff has been doing a fantastic job here helping me out in the commentary box. In the meantime, Bublao will look to extend the Algerian lead to 25 points. Unable to do so, but the impressive Jamila Kimgani converts, and Algeria now will wind up this first quarter with a 26-0 lead, unless Kimgani can get a long three-pointer, but she doesn't have time for it. And at the end of the first period, we have the African champions from Algeria dominating the ladies from Kenya, and the South African assistant coach Rolf Reynolds manages to open his eyes for a few seconds as he takes a different vantage point in watching this particular game, but I think he's seen enough, and back to La La Land for Ralph Reynolds, and we'll be back shortly for the second quarter. All right, just like to give a big shout out to our sponsors once again of this tournament. Our major sponsor, of course, Cecil, and in partnership with the City of Durban, eThekwini Municipality, as well as the Qualifiers Municipality. Players all housed at the Hampshire Hotel in Ballito, and transport arrangements provided by Jared Travel and Tours. So back to the action here. Kenya with the number 5. Atieno gives it to Mary Zakaya. She launches an ambitious shot up there, and it doesn't drop for her. And in the meantime, number 12 for Algeria is Kaira Zahiri. Carolyn Wanjira for the Kenyans. Kenya now desperately trying to get some points on the board, and the ball will be rebounded off the hand of Jamila Kemgani, and Kenya will have another opportunity to put the points on in this second quarter. Kemgani launches the ball across the court for Nebia Mahimda, and she will convert comfortably. Algeria 28, Kenya 0. Kenya now with Otieno, finds Wanjira. Wanjira will look to put up the shot. She does. It doesn't drop for her. And Jamila Kemgani launches it across the court to Nebia Mahimda, and she converts again. Ball picked up in the Kenyan half by Caroline Wanjira. Opens up nicely for Wanjira, and she will put up the shot. Doesn't drop. Kemgani picks it up. Plays it across to the number 12, Kaira Zahiri. Zahiri plays it to Mahimda. Mahimda back to Kemgani, and Kemgani puts up the 3. Doesn't drop, but Zahiri is on hand to pick up the rebound, and Algeria now 32, Kenya 0. The winners of this game will meet the Amawila girls that you saw there in picture, and they dismantled the Zimbabwean ladies earlier this morning, and will hope to have the support of the host nation, and we ask all our local South African supporters to come down and shout on our Amawila girls as they take on the Algerians in the final tomorrow. Barring the biggest miracle in the history of wheelchair basketball, the final tomorrow will be between Algeria and South Africa. Kemgani to Zahiri, and Zahiri is unable to convert. Otieno for the Kenyans. But struggling to get it out of their own half, and Yamina Gul will pick it up for Algeria. Mahimda and she is fouled by Otieno, and will go to the line for 2 shots. Nebia Mahimda puts up the 3-throw attempt, doesn't fall, but Zahiri will clean up and converts the rebound, and Algeria 36. Kenya 0 with 6 minutes 43 to go in this first half. As we have highlighted in previous commentary with IWBF President Mr. Ulf Meiring, as well as IWBF Secretary General Maureen Orchard, some of the problems that the African continent face is the lack of competition, and it's clearly evident that the Kenyan ladies will need a lot more competition if they're to compete at this type of level, but nonetheless, at least they've had the opportunity to take part in this tournament, and yes, they've been convincingly beaten in every game, but it's a starting point for their wheelchair basketball program in Kenya, and we hope that the Kenyan government will look towards helping out their wheelchair basketball program and make sure that they grow from strength to strength. Algeria, in the meantime, with Zahiri, she passes it across to Nebia Mahimda, and she will convert 38-0, and we have just over 5.5 minutes to play. Ball inbounded straight to Zahiri, to Kemgani, and 40 points to 0, and we've only had 5 minutes here in the second quarter. Algeria about to totally destroy the Kenyan ladies at this stage. So timeout called by the Kenyans, and not much that the Kenyan coach can say to his ladies, Nicholas Gumbi, but just a reminder though that after this game we will have the second semi-final between the Algerian men as they take on their host nation South Africa's Cecil Amawila boys. Keep your comments coming through on our Facebook page. We will try our best to answer any questions that we can, bearing in mind your commentator is an English speaker and I am unable to understand French or Arabic, so if you can, comment in English and we will give you a shout out. Kenya now with their number 9, Teresa Nganga, and she hands it to the captain of the Kenyan side, Caroline Wanjiwa. Allah, and it opens up nicely for Wanjiwa, and can she score? She can't. She finds Allah, and Allah will put up an effort, doesn't drop. Another attempt, and the biggest cheer of the day goes up as the Kenyan ladies get onto the scoreboard, and Kenya up and running. The spectators that are here in the crowd giving the Kenyans a great cheer, and that will make the Kenyan ladies feel that much better. But just to add insult to injury, the number 6 for Algeria. Yamina Gul converts, and back to a 40-point lead for the Algerians. Kenya trying to get out of their half. Caroline Wanjiwa batting to get past Zahiri. Finds Allah. Allah will play it to Otieno. Otieno finds Caroline Wanjiwa. She's unable to make it count, and away comes Yamina Gul for the Algerian ladies. Plays it out to Zahiri, and she will not convert, and picked up by Otieno. Otieno unable to find her teammate there, and Nebia Mahimda converts. Algeria 44, Kenya 2, and we have 3 minutes 19 to play in this half of the second semi-final in the women's division between Algeria and Kenya. Zahiri once again unable to convert, and she looks a bit annoyed with herself, but works hard to get back. Caroline Wanjiwa passes it straight to the Algerian Dabia Samati. She finds Yamina Gul. Yamina Gul to Dabia. Number 9 there for Algeria is Jamila Kimgani, and just not falling for the Algerians right now. So Kenya, can they come up the court and put some more points on the board? Caroline Wanjiwa working hard against Yamina Gul. Struggling to get the pass out. Passes it to Jane Ndenga. Kara Zahiri for the Algerians puts up a 3-point attempt. Doesn't go, and the ball bounces out of bounds. And with 2 minutes 5 to play here in the first half of the second women's semi-final at the 2017 IWBF Afro World Cup qualifiers, Algeria lead 44-2. Zahiri now trying to pick up the ball, but is unable to do so. Caroline Wanjiwa with possession for Kenya. Passes it to Ndenga, and the shot clock violation. And Algeria will have possession. And it's time to wake up and watch the game for the South African assistant coach Ralph Reynolds, as he looks to get his energy back and eating a banana and having a lot of fun now. So good to see that he's recharged his batteries and back up. Substitution for Kenya, and the number 5 Eunice Otieno will come off, and on comes number 12 Jennifer Kamande. This game being watched in the stands by IWBF Africa President Mr. Hamid, and speaking to him yesterday, he had a lot of information for our viewers, and is quite happy with the progress of the Africa zone. Number 11 for Kenya in the meantime is Elizabeth Ngonji, but she's unable to do anything with the ball, and Zahiri will take the lead up to 48-2, and we have just over a minute to play in this first half. Ball picked up by number 11, Elizabeth Ngonji, but once again, turned over ball. Yamina Gul finds Nebia Mahimda. She's unable to convert, but the reliable Jamila Kimgani converts. And Algeria up to 50, and we have 30 seconds left in this first half. Can Kenya get the ball out of their half? Knows the answer to that as the ball bounces off Carolyn Wanjiru's chair, and Algeria will have an opportunity to stretch their lead to 50 points if they can convert. And Kim Ghani puts up a 3-point attempt, doesn't fall for her this time, and ball goes out of bounds. Kenya will have the put in. 18 seconds left of this first half, and Algeria cruising to a comfortable victory at this stage of the second women's semi-final. Carolyn Wanjiru. Plays it into the number 11, Elizabeth Ogonji. And at the end of the first half now, we have the Algerian ladies cruising to a 50 points to 2 lead here at the end of the second quarter, and they will take a 50 points to 2 lead into the second half. Once again, thank you to our sponsors, Cecil, BlackRock Security, partnership with Basketball South Africa, the City of Durban and the eThekwini Municipality, the Hampshire Hotel, High Tech Therapy, Jared Travel and Tours, the Kwadakuza Municipality, Medipost, Portal Projects, Romachem, and a special thank you to our production team at TV Sports and News Productions. And we'll be back shortly to bring the second half action to you from the second women's semi-final here from Durban. And join me, Jerry Smith, in about 14 minutes time. And a very warm welcome to you here in Durban, South Africa, at the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre, as we're about to bring the action from the second half of this, the second semi-final in the 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship qualification game. And as the South African team watch on, they wait to see who they will play in this final, and the obvious answer at this stage is Algeria. So Algeria will get us underway, and number 14 for Algeria is Sehima Selami. Tries to find Jamila Kimgani, but she's unable to hold on to it, and Kenya will have the possession. Caroline Wanjira tries to find the number 8 there for Kenya, Rahel Alar, but is not able to do so. But the ball bounces out, and Kenya will have the inbound ball. Ball now comes to Jane Karubu, and she finds Caroline Wanjira, and another loud cheer from the local supporters as Kenya gets up to 4 points. Selami for Algeria, and the lane opens up and she tries to put it up, doesn't drop her, but Jamila Kimgani will settle it for the Algerians. Vastly experienced player Kimgani, representing the Algerians at the Paralympics in Rio 2016, and the Algerians unable to put up the shot in time, and they are called for the 24-second shot clock violation. Just for those of you that might be watching wheelchair basketball or basketball for the first time, a team has 24 seconds in which to put up a shot, and it has to hit the ring, and if it doesn't happen, it's a violation and the team loses possession. In the meantime, the Algerian Selami converts, and Algeria 52, Kenya 4. Ball inbounded by the Kenyans, and decide that they should give Kimgani another opportunity. 54 to Algeria, 4 to Kenya. 50-point lead, and they thought, well, why not give her another chance? And Kimgani makes it 56-4, and the number 14 for Kenya, Jane Karubu, says enough of that, and let Caroline Wanjira try and get it to her teammate, but she thinks about passing it to another Algerian, but they come away with it at last with Wanjira. She tips the ball out of bounds, and Jamila Kimgani will throw the pass across to Selami, and Selami will play it through to Kimgani, and she plays a quick pass back into the key to try and find Noel Kadir, and eventually the Kenyans grab hold of the ball, and the alternating possession means that they will have the input from the sideline with Caroline Wanjira. Alar now for the Kenyans to Wanjira. Can she get herself into the key? She is stopped there by the number 5, Kadir. And now it's back with Wanjira. We have 10 seconds on the shot clock. Can Caroline Wanjira get a shot up? She is under pressure there by Jamila Kimgani, and the buzzer sounds, and the shot clock violation against the Kenyans, and Algeria will put it in once more. Jamila Kimgani for Algeria. Looks to Selami's shot, it doesn't go. The Kenyans scramble it, and Jane Karubu gets the ball across towards Carolyn Wanjiwa, and she picks up, but just about stops in the zone, and good work there by the Kenyan captain, and applauded by the South African spectators. And the shot unfortunately doesn't go, and Jamila Kimgani now through to the number 5, Kadir, and she converts, and it's Algeria 58, Kenya 4. Number 14 for Kenya is Jane Karuvu, really struggling, and throws the ball away. And number 13, Zohara Selami, will convert. And, Algeria 60, Kenya 4, and we have just over 5.5 minutes to play here in this third quarter of the second women's semi-final of the 2017 IWBF Afro World Championship qualification game. And Kenya will look to the number 11, Elizabeth Ogoni, to come on, and Jane Karubu will take a rest. Algeria. Will inbound. Jamila Kimgani puts up the 3, doesn't drop. Rebound though collected by Zohara Selami. Kimgani working her way into the key, puts up the shot. It drops, and 62 Algeria plays 4 for Kenya with halfway through this third quarter. Kenya trying to find a way over the half. They do. Carolyn Wanjiwa, can she convert? Shots is wayward though, and opportunity missed for the Kenyans, as the South African Amawila girls trying to lend some support to their friends from the East African country of Kenya. And the Algerian pass is wayward, so Kenya will inbound it once more. Kenya battling to maintain possession. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball bounces off the chair of the number 13, Stella Toyoe, and once again Algeria will mount an attack against the against the Kenyans. Selami for Algeria plays it into Jamila Kimgani. Kimgani back, no look pass to the Algerian number 13, Zohara Selami, and there's a foul called against Kenya, and Zohara Selami will go to the line. Substitution by Kenya. They will bring on the number 4, Jane Ndenga, and the number 13, Stella Toyoe, will take a break. In the meantime, Zohara Selami converts for Algeria. This further extends their lead, looking to edge it out to a 60-point lead. Doesn't drop, and the ball comes away and lands into Selami's hands, and she will convert. 65-4. Ball back with Algeria. Selemi converts. Zora Selemi on that occasion. Of course, the two Selemi girls. Zohara is number 13 and Samia is the number 14. Kenya with their number 11, Elizabeth Obanji. But balls played into their backcourt by the Kenyans, and Jane Ndenga just not able to get over the line in time and is called for the half-court violation. Once a team has crossed the halfway line, they are not permitted to pass it to their backcourt, and that was the case there in that play, and Kenya lose possession, and shot goes up there by Kadir, and she extends the lead now to 69 points to 4, and we have 2 minutes 33 left in this third quarter of the second women's semi-finals here in Durban, and the teams are competing for the one spot that Africa has in the 2018 IWBF World Championships for men and women. That will take place in Hamburg, Germany in August next year. Ball out of bounds from the Algerians, and Kenya will have the inbound from the baseline. Today's referees are head referee is Zupilo Mtembu, the locally based Durban referee here. He's a candidate official looking to achieve his international IWBF referee status, and he is joined by Michel Paulo of Angola and referee Charles Monetti of Mozambique. So Kenya inbounded to Allah. Allah will hand it over to Jane Ndenga, and she finds Carolyn Manjivat. Pivots, turns nicely, lays it off to Allah. And Kenya, to the delight of the local support, converts, and the South African Amawilo girls lending a bit of moral support to the poor Kenyan ladies as Algeria are out to a convincing lead here, and it's just a case of what the damage will be here for the Kenyans, and they will hope to keep the Algerian ladies away from that 100-point mark. But with a minute 47 left in this third quarter, the Algerian ladies still have plenty of time, of course, to do that. Of course, next up we have the second men's semi-final, and a humdinger for the South African team as they look to upset the defending African champions Algeria, and it'll be a tough assignment for the Sasala Mawila boys, but despite losing to Algeria in the pool stages yesterday, they put up a much more spirited performance against their more fancied opponents, and on the day anything is possible, so stay tuned for that at the end of this game, and where that game will come to you live here on Wheelchair Basketball South Africa's Facebook page as we stream it live across the world. Number 4 for Kenya will come on for the Kenyans, Jane Ndenga, and she replaces Stella Toyoe. Ball rebounds in favor of the Kenyans, and they will try now to add to their 6-point tally. Caroline Wanjira finds Allah, and she tries to penetrate the gap, but the Algerians lock it up, and Kenya struggling to penetrate the solid defense that the Algerian girls are putting in, and Allah will have to look at the shot clock, which is running down to 7 to 5 seconds, and she will throw the ball towards the basket, but that doesn't drop, and Algeria, with 43 seconds left in this third quarter, will bring it up. And it opens up nicely there for the number 13, Zohera Selami, and she is fouled and will go to the line for 2 free throws. Lunchtime here in South Africa, late lunch that is. Shot goes up, unsuccessful. I know this commentator hasn't had the opportunity to eat anything today. Quite a long commentary stint that we've been doing here for you, but we do hope that you've enjoyed having the commentary, and as we continue to broadcast these games of the 2017 IWBF Afro World Qualification Tournament here in Durban. Kenya trying to get it over the half, and blown up for the 8-second violation. Selami finds Jamila Kimgani. She lays it into the other Selami, and she converts it. Algeria 72, Kenya 6, and we will see the clock run down now, and that will be the end of the third quarter. So at the end of the third quarter here, Algeria 72, Kenya 6, and we still have one more quarter to go before the end of this game, and we'll be back shortly with the fourth quarter to see if Algeria can reach the 100-point mark, and we'll be back shortly. Welcome back to the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre here in Durban. Your commentator is Jerry Smith, and I'll be talking you through the remainder of this second semi-final, with Algeria leading 72 points to 6. And Hafida Baladef comes onto the court for the Algerians, and immediately the Kenyans are under pressure and turned over once more. Number 13 is Selami. She's unable to make a count, and Kadia for Algeria does, and we have the score 74-6 for the Algerian women. Can the Kenyans get it out? No, they can't. 8 seconds violation. Afida Belhadef, she will put up the attempt, doesn't drop, and number 10 for Algeria is Halima Kajun, and she gets herself onto the scoreboard, and Algeria 76 plays Kenya's 6. Turnover ball, Selami for Algeria, finds the number 8, Fahima Bouzidi. Alternating possession, and Kenya will come away with the possession. 70 points down here in the second semi-final, and I have no doubt that they cannot wait for that final buzzer to sound. But number 10 for Kenya, the captain Caroline Wanjiwa, will fight to the end, and she finds a law for the Kenyans. Shot clock down to 7. Can they get up a shot in time? 3. And she puts up the shot. No, she doesn't. Tries to pass it out, and Algeria will come away with yet another possession. Algeria's Kadir finds Zahara Selami through to Afida Baladef, and foul scored on the Kenyan number 4, and that's Jane Ndenga. It's Ndenga's first foul, and puts Fatima Bouzidi to the line, and she is unable to convert. Second attempt unsuccessful, but Algeria will maintain possession. Straight back onto the attack. Shot goes up there by Bouzidi, but once again doesn't drop for her, and Kenya will now try and get across the half, but the Algerian number 10 is Kalima Kajun, and she defends the Kenyan goal to affect the turnover. The 8-second violation once again called on the Kenyan ladies. Number 10 for Algeria is Halima Kajun. Falls now for Selami to Kadir. Kadir throws it back to Baladef. She puts up the shot, doesn't make it. And can Caroline Wanjiwa make anything happen for the Kenyans? She can't. And Selami steals the ball from her. Baladef brings it up for Algeria. Quick pass out from the number 5, Kadir, to Kajun. Shot goes up, doesn't drop, and ball will bounce out of bounds, and Kenya will have the possession. They will bring on the number 6, Mary Zakayo, and the number 4, Jane Ndinga, will come off. Commissioner Andrew Skuman calls the referee Charles Manetti. It looks like the Kenyans are over points, and a technical foul has been called against the Kenyan coach Nicholas Gumbi for being over points. Just a reminder that in wheelchair basketball, each player is allocated a classification point, and it has to do with the different types of injuries to level the playing field, so to speak. And at any one stage on the court, no team can exceed 14 points. So in that instance, the Kenyan coach Nicholas Gumbi, his maths let him down, and he was issued with a technical foul. So Algeria not able to convert the 1 point. The number 5 there is Kadir, but she will look to make amends and drives in the key, passes it to Bella Def. She passes it back out the key to the number 10 there, Khalima Kajun, and Kajun takes Algeria up to 78 points, and we've got 6 points there for the Kenyans. Once again, an 8-second violation called against the Kenyan ladies, and 5 minutes 40 still to play here. Algeria 78, Kenya 6. Kenya trying to affect the steal, and the defensive work there on that occasion by the Kenya sees the 3-second violation called against Halima Kajun. Mary Zakayo finds Otieno. Otieno will look to Nganga, to Carolyn Wanjira, but she turns the ball over as good anticipation there by Kadir, steals the ball, and Selami will convert. Otieno passes the ball to Zakayo. She's is unable to get the ball over the half for a change, and the Algerians will put the ball in. Kajun puts up the shot, doesn't fall for her, picked up by Carolyn Wanjiwa. Can she do anything here with the ball? Can the Kenyans get over the half? They work their way. And despite managing to get over the half, they throw the ball out of bounds. And with 4 minutes 13 left here in this game, Algeria lead by 80 points to 6. Kadir drives in for Algeria, and Algeria edge closer to that 100-point mark, and in the meantime, Kenya will ask Eunice Otieno to come into the action, and that will give her teammate, number 11, Elizabeth Ogonji, a rest. Zakayo for Kenya. To Wanjiwa, but that pass is wayward. Algeria will have yet another attack. Kajun for Algeria. She will put up the shot. Doesn't drop. Rebound collected there on that occasion by Zakayo for the Kenyans. And ball deflects into the path of Kadir, and Algeria 84, Kenya 6, and we have just over 3 minutes 10 to play here in the second semi-final, coming to you live from the Tongaat Indoor Sports Centre here in Durban, South Africa. And coming up next, the big clash between the South Africans and Algerians in the men's semi-final, as a big cheer goes up there for Caroline Wajiwa, and she gets Kenya 2 more points, and they get up to the 8-point mark. 84-8, Algeria lead, and Algeria convert with Noel Kadir, and Algeria 86 playing Kenya's 8 with 2 minutes 25 to play here in this match. Wanjiwa, can she make the crowd cheer again? Lays it off to Mary Zakayo. Gives it back to Wanjiwa. She drives into the key, and she's trying to get the shot off. Number 10 there by Halima Kajun. And will Caroline Wanjiwa get the Kenyan girls up to a double-figure score here? Has she got the strength in those arms to get the ball into the hoop? First attempt will go up and is short, and she'll have another attempt now. Hits the ring, rebounds back towards her, but unable to pick it up, and Algeria will come straight back at the Kenyans, and Kajun drives in, basket will count, and a foul is called on Mary Zakayo. So Kajun will go to the line, and Algeria 88 points at the moment, and she'll try and get it up to the 89-point mark. 2 minutes 2 to play here in this second semi-finals in the women's competition, and Kajun converts, and we now have 89 plays 8. Caroline Wanjiwa finds number 4 for Kenya's Jane Ndenga. Now, can the Kenyan girls get up to the 10-point mark? Doesn't fall for Eunice Otieno, but they're working hard now to try and win the possession back. But Noel Kadir having none of it. Passes it out to Zohara Salami, and her pass is unable to find Hafida Belhadef. Kenya 1 minute 32, trying to prevent the Algerians from putting 100 points on the board. And Ndenga finds Wanjiwa, and can the Kenyan get in there, but shot goes up, and Algeria come away with it once more. And Selemi will find Baladev. She's unable to convert, and Jane Ndenga picks up the ball for the Kenyans. Otieno now finds the number 9, Nganga, but unable to get over the half, and the 8-second violation is called once again on the Kenyan team. So with 52 seconds left here, Algeria 89, Kenya 8. Kadir plays in Baladev. Baladev once again is unable to convert. Picked up by Eunice Otieno. She finds Mary Zakaya. Can Kenya get some points on the board at the end of this game? Wanjira tries to find Jane Ndenga, but the pass is a bit wayward, and Kadir will come away with it for Algeria. Caroline Wanjira, the Kenyan player, has been working her socks off the whole tournament, and right to the death here, she's giving it her all, which is great to see, even though they are so far behind. 2 seconds left. Kenya to inbound. And that will be the end of the game. And an emphatic victory there by the Algerian women's as they cruise into tomorrow's final, where they will meet the South African Sasol Mawila girls in tomorrow's final, and that will come live. That'll be live tomorrow here on the WBSA Facebook page, and we will be back shortly for the second men's semi-final, which will be the game against the defending African champions Algeria and the host nation, the South African Sasol Mawila boys. So stay tuned, and we'll be back in about half an hour's time. Jerry Smith signing off from Durban, and we see you back here shortly. That was like torture. I mean, how do you compensate that? It's like, I am tired. I'm sore here. I really need a good massage, a bath. I need food, but nobody seems to give a shit about us.